Hi everyone. This video is going to talk about NEP 2020, New National Education Policy 2020. This video is basically going to decode NEP 2020. What is said in NEP 2020 will be given in a nutshell or in a capsule form. We will be discussing school education first, and then we will move on to higher education. So to start with school education, it is emphasized that the children should be imparted with 21st century skills. Okay, what are the 21st century skills? Critical thinking, creativity, scientific temper, communication, collaboration, multilingualism, problem solving, ethics, social responsibility, and finally digital literacy. To impart these 10 21st century skills, the entire policy is emphasized. Okay, the pattern is going to be, the school education pattern hereafter will be 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, the first 5 years will consist of 3 years of pre-primary and then grade 1 and 2, which will start from 3 years to 6 years, and this is called ECCE, Early Childhood Care Education. This stage, foundation stage, will be mainly based on play-based, activity-based and discovery-based. This is going to be the first foundation stage. The next stage is called preparatory or later primary. This will consist of classes, that's grades 3rd, 4th and 5th. This is the stage where textbooks will be introduced. Even a formal classroom will be introduced only at this stage. So reading, writing and speaking will be taken care at 3, 4, 5. Okay. The next stage is called middle or upper primary, which consists of grades 6, 7 and 8, where they will be introduced to subjects. So subject teachers will come, and all the subjects in the sense, all the disciplines like maths, science, arts, social sciences, humanities, all the subjects will be covered, but only the abstract concepts will be covered at this stage. Next comes the high or secondary stage, where this covers a span of 4 years, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. This time, this stage is going to be something different, in the sense it's going to be multidisciplinary. Currently you have a system of groups, maths group, biology group, economics group, like that. Now the group concept is going to go, and you will have a multidisciplinary flexibility in choice of subjects, which means you can have a combination of arts and science, you can have a combination of academic and vocational, you can have a combination of curricular and extracurricular. You can have a combination of any of these things. So you have a flexibility at this stage. Okay. Regarding the curriculum load, the committee feels that currently the curriculum load is very heavy. So there is a need to reduce the curriculum, and they are aiming at bagless concept actually, because the current students are carrying a huge bag with books actually. So the bagless concept is being planned. Okay. As far as the board exams are concerned, the 10th standard and 12th standard board exams are going to be stay, and only the core concepts and application orientation will be tested at this stage, and there will be a 360-degree holistic report, in the sense your academic will be valued, you will be also valued by your peer group as well as by your teachers. So even though the board exam is going to stay, the type of approach will be a continuous and holistic approach, which will not be a burden to the students actually. Okay. Regarding the language policy, this NEP 2020 feels that mother tongue is very, very critical. Most of the studies state that understanding in mother tongue is very, very easy, and this recommends at least till grade 5 the education should be in mother tongue in their respective states, and preferably they can even try up to 8th standard. That's what it says. Okay. Regarding the language policy, it suggests 3 language formula. The basis for 3 language formula is you will be having English, and you will be having the mother tongue of that particular state, and third, one more language of any Indian language which is accepted by the state, accepted by the school, and accepted by the student. So the combo will be your mother tongue, English, and one more Indian language. This is the 3 language formula proposed. Okay. Parallelly, this education policy insists on vocational education, and starting from 6th standard till 12th standard, the student has to get trained in at least one skill, one vocational skill. They have to be trained between 6th to 12th standard. Okay. Some of the targets are fixed. For example, the first target is about foundational learning and numeracy. In the sense, normally in the primary level, actually currently there are around 5 crore of students. They don't have a foundational literacy and numeracy. The foundational literacy means you have to read and comprehend the text and understand it. The other one is addition and subtraction in Indian numbers. Unfortunately, the current 5 crore plus students are not well versed in that. So there is a target by 2025 we have to achieve, in the next 5 years we have to achieve 100% foundational literacy and numeracy. There is one more target fixed by 2030, that is in the next 10 years, there should be 100% gross enrollment ratio in preschool to secondary level. Okay. There's one more concept called school complexes, because currently we have around 119,000 single teacher schools across the country, and 28% of the public primary schools have less than 30 students. This becomes a problem. So there is a concept of school complex proposed, which means school complex is basically a cluster of public schools in a contiguous geography. See, there will be a well built with full infrastructure higher secondary school in a locality. So this school will annex the single teacher schools without much facility. So they can share the infrastructure, human resources, as well as the laboratory facilities. So this is one concept called school complex. The other concept planned is special education zones. See, these are to be started in disadvantaged regions. People wherever are in a disadvantaged position, their special education zones will be supported, and the center will support the state government in terms of fund also, and there will be a special national fund for this underrepresented group. Okay. Next, one of the major targets is to bring back the dropouts actually. See, as on 2015 data, 6.2 crore children are out of school in the age group of 6 to 18. the productive school age group, around 6.2 crore children are out of school. If you notice the gross enrollment ratio as on 2016-17, when the registration starts at grade 1 to 5, it's 95.1%. Then when it goes to 6th to 8th, it becomes 90.7%, and 9th to 10th it becomes 79.3%. When it reaches the final higher secondary range, 11th and 12th, it becomes 51.3. It starts with 95.1 and ends with 51.3. So the dropout has to be taken care, and this is becoming the major target for the government. Okay. Government is equally proposing the equitable and inclusiveness in education for SC, ST, Muslim and differently abled. See, they have identified that lack of infrastructure, lack of toilet facilities, lack of drinking water, these are the causes for this low strength. So the policy suggests coverage of more schools and free hostels for this underprivileged community. Not only that, suggests female wardens for girls' hostels. So this policy insists on education, 100% education for girls. So there is an exclusive gender inclusion fund, and aiming at 100% participation of girls in school education. And the next important aspect considered in NEP 2020 is about adult education. See, as for the 2011 census is concerned, the literacy rate in our country is 74%, and this has 9% increase over the previous census of 2001 actually. So, and 3.26 crore youth between the age of 15 to 24 years are non-literate, and 26.5 crore adult, that is 15 years plus population, are non-literate. This constitutes literally 1/3 of the world non-literates, which means by 2030, in the next 10 years, 100% of the youth and adult should be literate in our country, achieving the 100% literacy rate by next 10 years. Okay. Now, apart from the board exams for the 10th and 12th, it's not called board exam, it's an exam proposed for 3rd, 5th and 8th standard, and this will be conducted by an external body. As far as the government is concerned, they say it's meant for monitoring the implementation of that new education policy, and these tests, the results are taken for improving the performance. It's meant for the government side, and this result has nothing to do with the students, and it will not reflect on their performance, and it's called a census exam. That's what they clarify. Regarding the textbooks, actually the NCERT will decide the pattern of the textbooks, but the policy suggests that all the textbooks should have local content and local flavor of that particular states, which will be coordinated by SCERT of that particular state. So all the academic matters will be controlled by SCERT in coordination with NCERT. There will also be one more body called SSSA, State Schools Standard Authority. This will take care of the administrative part of the school, actually. Governance, everything will be taken care by this SSSA. Okay. Next, as far as that teachers part of it is concerned, ECC, that Early Childhood Care Education, needs Anganwadi teachers to be trained. Currently you have Anganwadi teachers and workers, so they are going to be elevated. The Anganwadi teachers already with 10+2 qualification, they will be given a 6-month certificate program without disturbing their job, and Anganwadi workers or teachers with less than plus 2 qualification will be given a 1-year diploma. They will be undisturbed in the work, and while doing the work itself they will do this course online. Next comes the important area is NTA. Currently you have National Testing Agency. This is going to conduct tests for all the UG programs in the colleges and universities. You will have an entrance exam for including arts and science. For all the courses you will have an entrance exam. NTA will conduct an entrance exam twice a year. What they will do is they will do exam. They will not do for any particular course. They will do the exams for particular subjects. So each subject you need to take a separate test, and also there will be a general aptitude test. So this course will be used by the universities and colleges for the admission for any UG program. Okay, these are all the things we covered in school education. Next we will be moving to the higher education part. As far as higher education is concerned, currently you have 800 universities in the country and around 40,000 colleges. The current gross enrollment ratio is 25% in our country, and currently there are around 3.5 crore students studying in the higher educational institutions. So the target of the government or target of this NEP is to double this GER to 50% by 2035. That is, in the next 15 years, the gross enrollment ratio will be doubled to 50%. Okay. The structure of the existing setup of universities as well as the institutions to go, which means all the universities will be focusing more on research point of view. The current structure of the institutions is going to change in the sense there will not be any unitary university, only multidisciplinary universities will be there. And the current universities, whether they are government or private, they are asked to concentrate more on research and less on teaching. The concept of affiliation is going to go in the next 15 years. In the next 15 years, there will not be any affiliation by any university, and the institutions will be given individual autonomy to give degree. And there will be only a single regulator to control these institutions, and this will be based on self-declaration, and there will not be any more inspection or license Raj concept actually. The importance is given for vocational education. By 2025, in the next 5 years, 50% learners should be either through school or higher education should have exposure in vocational education concept. Coming to the teacher education, there will be a 4-year integrated B.Ed degree. By 2030, this will be the minimum qualification for a school teacher. This 4-year integrated B.Ed degree will have dual major holistic bachelor degree. They will have exposure to education and all other subjects also. And apart from this 4-year integrated B.Ed degree, we will also continue this 2-year B.Ed program for degree holders, and also 1-year B.Ed degree for a 4-year UG as well as PG degree holders. There is going to be a new organization called NRF, National Research Foundation, which is going to focus primarily on research in the areas of science, arts and humanities, technology, social science, which in turn and further will be extended to health, agriculture and environmental issues. In the academic setup, there will be a multiple entry and exit options, which means in a 3-year degree program, if somebody exits at 1 year, he'll be given a certificate. If exits at 2 years, will be given a diploma, and they complete for 3 years, they'll be given a degree. Not only that, when they exit and if they want to re-enter again, their academic credits will be stored in a academic bank of credit. So at any point of time on a later stage, if they want to continue, they can continue with these credits in their store. Next, on the governance part of it, there is going to be a single body. There will not be any AICT, there will not be any UGC. There will be a single body called HCCEI, Higher Education Commission of India, headed by Prime Minister of India. And this in turn will have 4 different councils: National Higher Education Regulatory Council, National Accreditation Council, Higher Education Grants Council, and General Education Council. These are the councils going to come under HCCI. And finally, the PhD program will be given for 4-year degree UG holders also. The current 1-year MPhil program is going to be dropped. So if you have a master's degree or even a 4-year degree with research orientation, you can enroll for this PhD program. And not only that, there is going to be a 1-year master's program. So far we don't have any 1-year master program. You can have a 1-year master program for 4-year degree holders with research focus. Apart from this, to globalize education, our universities can set up campus abroad, and top 100 universities of the world can set up their campus in India. So in a nutshell, these are the points covered in our National Education Policy 2020 for school as well as higher education. Thank you. All the best.